Welcome back to AdCast. I'm Carl Vervisch, and I'm here with someone else.
My name is Jessica McDonald.
Jess,
nice
it's great
to
to
meet
be
you.
back hosting with you again.
It is, and I've really missed our advertising insight segment. This is
I have.
one of
it's
my
favorite. Always.
Okay, my
Not
favorite.
one of. I'll say it. It's my favorite.
It's my favorite segment as well.
Every month, no matter what, even if it's horrible.
And in case you're wondering what the advertising insight segment is, Carl and I just like to talk about advertising industry trends.
We just like to talk.
Yeah, basically. We share our opinions and insights into different advertising industry topics.
Sure.
And social media and social marketing is such a hot topic
Huge.
right now.
It's hot.
We have developed 5 tips to get a grip on social marketing.
Social marketing, as we all know, is not new. We had, Charles Trippy here on the show earlier today. Thanks very much to him for coming out. But, obviously he got started in 2005. This has been going on a long time. But advertisers, corporations are just starting to figure out what's going on. Just starting to...
Which is sad, but...
And the mistake I've seen is that they will just jump into it without knowing what's going on. And I want to give you 5 tips to kind of stop you from doing that. Kind of
5 tips
help
to
you
get a grip.
Figure it out. Yes, get a grip. All right.
First up, our first tip
First tip.
to get a grip
You ready? Write it
on
down.
social
I hope you're
marketing
taking notes.
is awareness.
Awareness.
Be aware of what's out there.
There's a lot. Social, the realm of social networking and social media is huge. You have everything from you have sharing sites.
Mm-hmm. You
That
do, from YouTube, Flickr, Last.fm.
So that's
Write this down.
Just so you know, that's video, photographs, music,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of things that different users can either generate on their own or collect and share and show different people what they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You have blogs. We've talked about blogs before.
We have, and there's a lot of PR agencies now that are specifically writing blogs for
Oh, really?
products.
Wow.
And what working for Marriott, there we have bloggers that are out there.
You hire bloggers.
No, we have bloggers, and then they also submit press releases,
Yeah.
online press releases, and write comments about those as
It's
well.
a lot. We have a whole episode on blogs if you'd like to check our archives online on Google.
We do. We do. And then there's the pure networking site, which is your Facebook, your MySpace, and even Eons.
Yeah.
I
Tell me
described
about
to
Eons.
Carl.
I hadn't heard of that.
Eons. Well, I like to look at it as the baby bear, the mama bear, and the papa bear. You've
Okay.
got Facebook, which is currently younger. It's your college age kids.
Moving up.
It is. It's changing right now. And then MySpace has a stronger gap, I guess you'd say,
Okay.
wider gap. And then Eons is the baby boomer social networking site. It's eons.com, EONS.com. And that is a great outlet for advertisers and marketers as well,
Sure.
to reach that baby boomer generation. So although Facebook and MySpace are changing very quickly, there's a lot of older populations utilizing those sites. Eons right now is the baby boomer social networking site.
Okay. And then you have, and then there's also, social media that involves just information, reviews. We're talking, Wikipedia is obviously the biggest one. That's all user-generated content.
Yeah, consumer-generated.
People, consumer, yep. Those are people going on there and just entering information, checking each other, keeping it relevant, keeping it.
Yeah, and wikis are great for promoting your businesses
Sure.
as well. People
Yeah,
don't-
you should. If your business doesn't have a wiki entry, it should.
It absolutely should.
Now, obviously, we're not mentioning everything. It would take us literally all day, all week, all
hours.
year. The
But
whole point is
Be aware.
you should be aware. Know what's out there. Look around. See what these different things are. Read up on it. Don't just jump into one thing.
Tip 1, get a grip. Tip 2, be relevant. Don't just jump on the social media bandwagon because it's out there. It has to be relevant with what you're doing in your overall marketing mix.
You might not have a good reason to get involved in social media, or you may, and you might not, like Charles Trippy does viral video. You might not have a good reason to do viral video.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the audience. Think about and research the audiences that look at these different things. For instance, she said eons. That's the baby boomers. So if that's your audience, that's probably more appropriate. There's different outlets for these things, and then there's also the possibility that none of them are for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So be relevant and know what you want to accomplish. Why are you doing this? Tip 1, be aware. Tip 2, be relevant.
Number 3, creativity. The
Which
key
is
to social
all
media.
you, Mr. Creative Director.
I'm not a creative director. I'm just
You
a
are
person.
in your own mind.
I am, in my own mind and future.
Don't be bland. Don't be boring.
No, yeah, exactly. Social media, if you're trying to get, the whole key to social media is that people are trying to spread a buzz, you know, and the things that, again, referencing back to our earlier guest, Charles Trippi, the things that he does have been passed along because they're interesting and different and unique and exciting. And as he said, they don't look like advertisements.
Yeah.
This is, and creativity doesn't just go down to, you know, what you're doing exactly or what your message is, but it also has to do with how you're using these different media. That in itself can be something that's creative.
And Charles is a great example because so many of these major organizations are coming out and saying, hey, we want to be there, and it is relevant, like the Toyotas and Cadbury. We mentioned Cadbury was a great example. You want to do something big and different and crazy, and Cadbury came up with a great guerrilla marketing tactic.
Yes, it was guerrilla with the O.
A gorilla.
A gorilla. It was a gorilla drumming
to
Phil Collins in the air tonight.
And you've all seen
beautiful,
it.
Beautiful
song. It was
song.
a great viral video.
But the point is, I mean, it's kind of...
It may not have been relevant to the product, but...
Yeah, but it worked because we all know it's for Cadbury.
It did.
You have to do something that either has never been done before or nobody expects or both.
I agree. First tip, be aware. Second tip, be relevant. Third tip, be creative. Fourth tip?
I called it planfulness.
That's not a word.
That's not a word, but I like it. And I write, so I can make up my own words.
Plan works. Plan first. Before
yeah.
you even get involved with this new area, plan ahead. That's all we really need to say about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would just say that, you know, there's different, again, we've kind of touched on it. There's different places to get involved, and, you know, you should have. One big thing is that a lot of people get into social media thinking that it's cheap, thinking, oh, I don't have a budget, so I'll just put a video on YouTube, something like that. You know, it's something that could take a lot of time and effort to work on, even if it doesn't take, you know, if it doesn't cost you to place media like it would in TV or radio.
Mm-hmm. No, and make sure you budget. Make sure you use expert sources. I mean, don't just
there's people out there like
think that you know what you're
Charles
doing.
Trippi again that know exactly what they're doing and know how to do this right.
Absolutely. Perfect example of planning ahead was the Simpsons movie efforts. They did a great job about implementing all their social media efforts. They had video. They had SimpsonizeMe.com, advertised on MySpace, implemented promotions that tied in with their whole strategy. Number 1, be aware. Number 2, be relevant. Number 3, be creative. Number 4, plan. And number 5,
adaptation. Once you implement something like this, you have to be ready to change, and you have to be ready for the possibility that though you have something great virally, it's like you said, it's a small lifespan, a small attention span, and what you do isn't going to last long out there, and you got to be ready for the next thing.
Yeah,
and ready to jump.
Conform with the changing media.
Exactly.
It will constantly change, and the internet is such a wonderful medium in that it does consistently change on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
So these are your 5 tips to get a grip on social marketing. Again, be aware, be relevant, be creative, plan ahead, and adapt. 5 tips.
There it is.
Simple
That's
enough.
it. That's a good start.
And we'll mention it in our blog at add2tampabay.org.
Sure we will.
And if you're interested in joining our organization, again, go to add2tampabay.org.